What do you make of how we might see college athletics change based on what happened yesterday?
Yeah, Rich, for sports law nerds like me,
Right.
it's a big day. We get giddy because there are not many of these cases. The last one was 3 years ago, as you know, when the court ruled sports betting can be implemented. New Jersey started it, and now 23 states have legalized sports betting. This one's about a real limited category of rights for student athletes, but as you mentioned, I'll talk about much bigger implications. So the actual case said the NCAA cannot restrict education-related benefits. What's that? Tutoring, study abroad, internships, science equipment, computers, that kind of, and musical instruments. That's kind of benign, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, they opened that up. But as you said, the majority opinion, Justice Gorsuch, and of course the concurring opinion by Justice Kavanaugh, were very strident against the NCAA. They basically said, in so many words, bring on the next one, and we're going to open this up further because the NCAA can't rely on these age-old definition of amateurism. It's just not going to last. So college athletes are going to have rights beyond this. It's just a matter of when. They said the NCAA is not above the law. You're not going to get an antitrust exemption. And yes, you have to allow more education-related benefits. You can't restrict that. As of today, schools can start giving out more science equipment, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But the next case is going to be more because Brett Kavanaugh, who knew? He's the champion of student athletes' rights.
Right.
And he says, you bring another case, we're going to strike it down, any NCAA rules. But let's be clear. This was not a pay-for-play case. Everyone's talking about you're going to pay student athletes, you're going to pay college football and basketball players. No.
Mm-hmm.
But the language was the NCAA is not a monopoly. You can't do this. And we're going to allow student athletes more rights in the next case, and the next case, and the next case.
So let's just break it down and brass tacks it.
Yeah.
Nick Saban signed a contract extension through when? Chris Brockman, was it again? 2027? 2029?
2029, I think.
29.
2029.
Will he have a player getting paid because that's the way things go in the NCAA by the time his contract is over?
I think so. I mean, the next 2 weeks, Rich, we haven't even talked about NIL, name, image, likeness, revenue for college athletes. It's coming. 6 states implemented already. It's going to start July 1. The NCAA is having an emergency meeting today, not related to the case yesterday, but about this name, image, likeness, because the floodgates are opening July 1. Other schools and states have to react to Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama doing it. That's going to start July 1. In some form or fashion, student athletes can get endorsements. Again, it's not the schools paying, but you go down the street to Joe's Chevrolet.
Buddy Garrity.
Yeah,
the Buddy Garrity's of the world are
right.
From Friday Night Lights are going to basically say to the star, I guess here in California is one of those states.
Yeah.
Florida is one of those states. Like the UCLA quarterback here in town, we might see him for, some Chevrolet, some sort of Honda, some
and
sort of
then
what
Nick
have you.
Saban is going to tell the recruits, hey, you come here, freshman year, maybe you'll get $200,000 in NIL. By senior year, you're making $1 million in NIL.
Because we're Alabama.
Because that's happened already. And that's going to continue this arms race in college athletics for the big time. I think bottom line, Rich, in a number of years, we're going to see 2 tiers of college athletics. One tier that the NCAA controls and all the sports that we don't hear about much. And then big time college football, basketball. It's just going to be something else. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's not going to be NCAA legislated sports. It's going to be something else, more like pro sports, but still have some elements of no pay or limited pay, some controls over it.
Is it tied to academics in any way, shape, or form?
I think it will be, but I think the restrictions will be loosened big time. And I'm a little conflicted because my day job is running a program. I know you had Gabe here yesterday on the program. I run it at Villanova. We have 24 sports. One, who happened to win 2 of the last 5 NCAA basketball championships, makes money. So, yeah, I'm conflicted because people think college sports is 98% of the athletes aren't going pro. So in some ways, that's good. NIL can give those players some modest income.
Right.
And, the Trevor Lawrences and Zions, they're going to be fine. But maybe this helps out the vast majority of college athletes.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.